Maximizing your faith, unlocking the power within faith, is the key that unlocks the impossible. It is not just belief, it is action, confidence, and an unshakable trust in what is yet unseen. Many of us live beneath our potential not because we lack ability, but because we fail to maximize our faith. Faith is like a muscle. It must be exercised, stretched, and strengthened to produce results. Faith begins where sight ends. True faith does not rely on what the eyes see, but on what the heart believes. If you can see it, then it's not faith, it's recognition. Faith demands that you trust in what is not yet tangible, knowing that what is unseen is more real than what is visible. The law of expectation. You will never rise above your expectation. If you expect little, you receive little. But when your faith expands, your life expectation fuels manifestation. What you prepare for is what you will receive. Faith requires action. Faith is not just saying you believe, it is moving as if you already possess the promise. If you believe you will succeed, then act like it. If you believe in your purpose, then walk in it. Faith without works is not just dead, it is useless. Overcoming fear with faith. Fear and faith cannot coexist. Fear paralyzes while faith mobilizes. The greatest enemy of faith is doubt, and the antidote to doubt is action. Every great achievement in history began with someone who refused to let fear control their future. The power of persistence. Faith is not a one-time event, it is a lifestyle. Those who maximize their faith do not give up when obstacles arise. They press on, knowing that every delay is not denial, but a setup for something greater. Maximizing your faith means living with boldness, expectation, and unwavering belief. It means refusing to settle for mediocrity and stepping into the fullness of your potential. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. Walk by faith, not by sight, because what is ahead of you is far greater than what is behind. Faith is not limited to what we can perceive with our eyes, ears, or hands. It is a deep conviction that goes beyond the physical world and enters the realm of the unseen. Too often, people rely solely on what they can see, touch, or measure, believing that reality is only what is in front of them. But faith challenges this perspective. It tells us that the invisible is just as real, if not more real, than what is visible. Throughout history, great men and women have accomplished extraordinary things because they dared to believe in what others could not see. The pioneers who built civilizations, the inventors who created what never existed before, and the leaders who changed the course of history all had one thing in common. They saw beyond the present circumstances. They held on to a vision that had not yet materialized, trusting that what they believed would one day become a reality. Faith requires courage because it asks us to walk forward without seeing the full path ahead. It is easy to believe when everything is clear and tangible, but faith demands that we trust even when the road is uncertain. Many people hesitate to move forward because they are waiting for perfect conditions. But faith does not wait. Faith acts. It steps forward with confidence, knowing that what is unseen today will become evident tomorrow. The power of faith is that it transforms the way we think and live. It allows us to rise above limitations and believe in possibilities beyond our natural reach. It shifts our mindset from fear to confidence, from hesitation to boldness. When we live by faith, we do not allow circumstances to dictate our future. Instead, we trust in a higher purpose, in a vision greater than ourselves, and in the assurance that what we seek is already in motion. Seeing beyond sight means training our hearts and minds to perceive more than what is in front of us. It means looking at challenges and seeing opportunities, facing obstacles and seeing growth, and walking into the unknown with certainty that something greater awaits. This is the essence of faith. Believing before seeing and acting as if the promise is already fulfilled. Faith is more than just a belief. It is a force that requires action. It is not enough to simply hope, wish, or say that we have faith. True faith is proven by what we do. Many people claim to have faith, but their actions contradict their words. They say they believe in success, but never take steps toward their goals. They declare that they trust in a breakthrough, but remain stuck in hesitation and fear. Faith that is not activated through action remains dormant, producing no results. Throughout history, those who accomplished great things did not just believe in their dreams, They acted on them. A farmer does not just believe that his crops will grow. He plants the seeds, waters the soil, and tends to the field. A student does not just believe in passing an exam. They study, prepare, and take the test with confidence. A builder does not just believe a house will appear. They lay the foundation, place each brick, and construct it piece by piece. Faith operates in the same way. It requires movement. Many people hesitate to act because they are waiting for the perfect conditions. They tell themselves they will move forward when they feel ready, when they have more resources, or when the timing is just right. But faith does not wait. Faith moves forward in the face of uncertainty. It takes a step even when the whole path is not visible. If we wait for everything to be perfect before acting, we will remain in the same place, never experiencing the full power of faith. Action is the evidence of faith. When we truly believe something, our behavior aligns with that belief. If we believe we will succeed, we start working towards success. If we believe in a vision, we take steps to make it happen. If we believe a door will open, we knock instead of standing in front of it, hoping for it to move on its own. Every great achievement starts with a step of faith, and every step of faith brings us closer to the fulfillment of what we believe. Faith without action is like a car without an engine. It looks promising, but it goes nowhere. To activate faith, we must put it into motion. We must speak it, live it, and act on it daily. The moment we take that first step, even if it is small, faith begins to work on our behalf, opening doors, creating opportunities, and leading us to places we never imagined possible. Words are powerful. They have the ability to create, to build, and to shape the course of our lives. What we consistently speak becomes the atmosphere in which we live. If we speak words of doubt, fear, and negativity, we create an environment where those things can thrive. But when we speak words of faith, confidence, and expectation, we set the stage for success and breakthrough. Our words are like seeds planted in the soil of our future. They will grow and bear fruit according to their kind. Many people fail to realize that their words are shaping their destiny. They speak defeat over their lives without even thinking about it. They say things like, "I will never succeed," "I'm not good enough," or "nothing ever works out for me." These statements are not just empty phrases. They carry weight. When spoken repeatedly, they reinforce limiting beliefs and create mental barriers that block progress. On the other hand, when we speak words of faith, saying, "I am capable, I will overcome, and something great is coming my way," we shift our mindset and align ourselves with possibilities instead of limitations. Faith-filled words do not deny reality, they redefine it. Speaking what you believe does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending problems do not exist. It means choosing to declare a greater truth beyond the present situation. Even in the midst of difficulty, speaking faith allows us to maintain hope and take action toward change. It is easy to speak positively when everything is going well, but true faith is revealed when we can declare victory even while facing obstacles. Every major breakthrough begins with a spoken declaration. History has shown that leaders, visionaries, and pioneers spoke their beliefs before they saw them manifest. Before achievements became reality, they were first spoken into existence. Speaking what you believe is not just about motivation. It is about setting a direction for your life. When you declare something with conviction, you engage your mind, your emotions, and your actions toward making it happen. Our words carry authority, and what we continually speak will eventually become the reality we experience. If we desire success, growth, and transformation, we must start by speaking words that align with that vision. Instead of speaking fear, we must speak faith. Instead of declaring lack, we must declare abundance. Instead of reinforcing failure, we must affirm our ability to rise again. Every time we open our mouths, we have the opportunity to shape our future. So let us choose our words wisely and speak life into every situation. Doubt is one of the greatest obstacles to faith. It creeps into the mind, whispering uncertainty and hesitation, making even the strongest individuals question their abilities, purpose, and potential. Doubt weakens faith by causing hesitation, confusion, and fear of failure. It paralyzes progress and keeps people stuck in a cycle of second-guessing themselves. But faith cannot operate where doubt dominates. To move forward and achieve what seems impossible, doubt must be replaced with conviction. Conviction is the unwavering belief that what you stand for is true and that what you pursue is possible. It is a deep-rooted confidence that does not waver, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Conviction is what keeps a person pushing forward despite opposition, setbacks, or delays. It is what separates those who accomplish great great things from those who remain stagnant. When you have conviction, you do not just hope for success, you expect it. You do not simply wish for change, you take action to bring it to pass. Doubt often arises from fear, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, and the fear of the unknown. These fears create mental barriers that hold people back from stepping into their full potential. But conviction is stronger than fear. When you truly believe in something, no challenge, no criticism, and no obstacle can shake you. Conviction gives you the courage to act, to move forward, and to pursue your goals with determination. Faith grows when conviction replaces doubt. This means making a conscious decision to silence negative thoughts and focus on the truth of what is possible. It means choosing to believe in your vision, even when the evidence is not yet visible. It means refusing to let temporary challenges dictate your long-term success. Every great achievement in history was accomplished by individuals who refused to let doubt stop them. Instead, they held on to conviction, trusting in their purpose, and taking decisive steps toward their goals. To overcome doubt, you must affirm your beliefs daily. You must speak words of confidence. Surround yourself with those who encourage your growth, and take action even when uncertainty tries to hold you back. The more you act on faith, the weaker doubt becomes. Conviction is built through consistency. It is strengthened every time you choose to believe instead of fear, to move instead of hesitate, and to trust instead of worry. When you stand firm in your conviction, doubt loses its power, and faith is free to operate at its fullest potential. Faith and fear both operate on the same principle. They grow based on what we feed them. Whatever we give our attention, energy, and focus to will take root and shape our lives. If we constantly dwell on fear, worry, and doubt, those things will expand, becoming barriers that keep us from moving forward. But when we choose to nurture faith, it strengthens, allowing us to overcome challenges and step into greater possibilities. The choice between feeding faith or feeding fear determines the direction of our lives. Fear thrives on negativity. It grows when we focus on worst-case scenarios, listen to discouraging voices, and entertain thoughts of failure. It takes hold when we allow doubt to control our decisions and let past disappointments dictate our future expectations. Fear is paralyzing. It keeps people from pursuing dreams, taking risks, and believing in what is possible. It causes hesitation and delays progress, convincing people to settle for less than what they are capable of achieving. Faith, on the other hand, is strengthened through intentional feeding. It is built when we focus on positive words, uplifting messages, and reminders of what is possible. Faith grows when we surround ourselves with people who inspire and challenge us to believe beyond our circumstances. It expands when we speak life instead of defeat, when we declare promises instead of problems, and when we take action despite uncertainty. Every time we choose faith over fear, we reinforce confidence in our purpose and strengthen our ability to move forward. Feeding faith requires discipline. It means being mindful of the voices we listen to, the thoughts we entertain, and the words we speak. If we want to develop unshakable faith, we must make a habit of filling our minds with truth, wisdom, and encouragement. We must read, hear, and speak words that uplift rather than words that discourage. Just as a plant needs water and sunlight to grow, faith needs nourishment through consistent affirmation, learning, and action. It is impossible to be full of faith and full of fear at the same time. One will always overpower the other. The more we feed faith, the less room fear has to operate. The more we focus on what is possible, the weaker doubt becomes. Fear may knock at the door, but when faith is strong, it refuses to let fear take control. By choosing to nurture faith daily, we take control of our mindset, our actions, and ultimately our destiny. Expectation is a powerful force that shapes our reality. It sets the standard for what we are willing to receive, what we pursue, and how we position ourselves for success. Faith thrives in an atmosphere of expectation. When we expect great things, we align our thoughts, actions, and attitudes with the belief that greater possibilities are within reach. But when we expect little, we limit ourselves, settling for less than what is truly possible. The size of our expectation determines the size of our outcome. Many people live beneath their potential, not because they lack ability, but because they do not expect more. They assume that an average life is all they are meant to have, that opportunities are for others, or that success is reserved for a select few. But expectation is what separates those who achieve extraordinary things from those who remain stagnant. When you dare to expect big, you open yourself up to new opportunities, fresh ideas, and breakthroughs that would otherwise remain out of reach. Expectation is a mindset that prepares you for what you believe is coming. Faith and expectation are inseparable. You cannot have strong faith while expecting little. If you truly believe in something, your expectation will reflect that belief. A farmer does not plant seeds and then wonder if anything will grow. He expects a harvest. An athlete does not train for months and then question whether he will improve. He expects results. The same principle applies to faith. When you expect big, you position yourself to receive big. Expectation fuels action, and action brings results. The way we think and speak also reveals our level of expectation. People who expect little often speak with hesitation, uncertainty, and doubt. They use phrases like, "I hope something works out," or "maybe it will happen someday." But those who expect greatness speak with confidence and assurance. They say, "I know something good is coming, and I am preparing for success." Their words reflect their faith, and their faith sets the stage for what they will receive. Life rises to the level of our expectation. When we expect small things, we only notice small opportunities. But when we expand our expectations, we train our minds to recognize greater possibilities and position ourselves to receive them. Expectation creates an attitude of readiness. It keeps us alert, prepared, and open to what is coming. By daring to expect big, we create the space for faith to operate fully, leading us into a future filled with abundance, growth, and unlimited potential. Faith is not just about believing when everything is easy and smooth. It is proven in the moments of difficulty and uncertainty. Every great achievement, every significant breakthrough, and every remarkable story of success is built upon a foundation of faith that has been tested. Challenges are not meant to weaken faith, but to refine it, making it stronger, deeper, and more unshakable. Without tests, faith remains unproven, and without resistance, it cannot grow to its full potential. Obstacles are often seen as roadblocks, but in reality, they are opportunities. Every time faith is tested, it is given a chance to develop endurance and resilience. A person who has never faced difficulty may have a form of belief, but it is only through challenges that true faith is revealed. It is easy to say, "I believe," when everything is going well. But when trials come, when delays happen, when setbacks arise, this is when faith is put to the test. Those who persevere, who hold on despite the difficulty, are the ones who see the greatest rewards. Just as gold is purified through fire, faith is refined through trials. Without pressure, diamonds do not form. Without resistance, muscles do not grow. Likewise, without challenges, faith does not reach its highest strength. Every obstacle faced is a chance to prove that faith is more than just words. It is a force that moves forward despite uncertainty. When faith is tested, it deepens conviction, strengthens trust, and prepares a person for greater things ahead. The process of testing is often uncomfortable. It may feel like things are not working, like prayers are unanswered, or like doors remain closed. But faith that endures testing will always lead to greater breakthroughs. The delay is not a denial. The difficulty is not a defeat. Instead, they are stepping stones towards something greater. The reward of faith is not just in the outcome, but in the transformation that happens during the process. The tests build character, shape perspective, and increase confidence, ensuring that when the reward finally comes, it is not just received, but fully appreciated. Those who give up in the face of trials never experience the fullness of what faith can produce. But those who remain steadfast, who continue to believe despite the struggle, will always see the reward. The testing of faith is not meant to break a person, but to prepare them for the greater blessings ahead. Every challenge faced with faith is a step closer to a breakthrough, proving that faith, once tested, is always rewarded. The people we surround ourselves with have a powerful influence on our faith, mindset, and overall growth. Relationships can either strengthen our faith or weaken it. They can inspire us to reach higher or discourage us from moving forward. Just as iron sharpens iron, being connected to people who uplift, challenge, and encourage us is essential for building and maintaining strong faith. The right people will push us toward greater belief, while the wrong ones will drain our confidence and fill our minds with doubt. Faith is nurtured in an environment of encouragement and positivity. When we are around individuals who believe in possibilities, speak words of hope, and challenge us to trust beyond what we can see, our faith is strengthened. Their words and actions reinforce the idea that success, breakthrough, and transformation are not just wishes but attainable realities. On the other hand, constant exposure to negativity, fear, and doubt can slowly erode faith. When people around us are always skeptical, critical, and focused on failure, it becomes harder to maintain strong belief. Being intentional about relationships is key to sustaining faith. This means choosing friendships and connections that align with a faith-filled mindset. It involves seeking out mentors, friends, and communities that encourage spiritual and personal growth. These are the people who remind us of our potential when we forget, who challenge us when we become complacent, and who speak life when we face adversity. Surrounding ourselves with faith builders creates an atmosphere where belief flourishes and expectations rise. Faith builders are not just those who agree with everything we say, but those who challenge us to grow. They push us beyond our comfort zones, remind us of our purpose, and hold us accountable to the vision we claim to believe in. They are people who celebrate our victories, support us in struggles, and speak words of strength when we are weak. Their influence makes faith more than just a concept. It becomes a lifestyle. To grow in faith, we must be willing to disconnect from voices that pull us down and connect with those who lift us up. This does not mean avoiding all challenges or differing opinions, but it does mean being mindful of the dominant voices in our lives. The more we surround ourselves with those who build faith, the stronger we become. When we stay connected to people who believe, who encourage, and who walk in faith themselves, we create an environment where our own faith can thrive and lead us into greater purpose. Faith and patience are two sides of the same coin. While faith gives us the confidence to believe in what we cannot yet see, patience gives us the endurance to wait until it becomes a reality. Many people expect faith to bring instant results, but true faith understands that timing is not always in our control. There are seasons of waiting, times of preparation, and moments of testing that require patience. Without patience, faith can weaken under the weight of frustration and discouragement. But when faith and patience work together, they create an unstoppable force that leads to the fulfillment of what is meant for us. Endurance is the key to seeing faith produce results. There are times when obstacles arise, delays occur, and nothing seems to be changing. It is in these moments that patience is tested. Many give up too soon, assuming that because their expectations were not met immediately, their faith was in vain. However, faith does not operate on human schedules. It works according to a greater plan. Just as a seed planted in the ground takes time to grow before producing fruit, faith requires seasons of waiting before the reward appears. Patience is not just about waiting, it is about waiting with the right attitude. It is one thing to wait in frustration, complaining about delays and questioning whether things will ever change, but true patience is anchored in trust. It is the ability to keep believing, keep moving forward, and keep expecting, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Those who possess both faith and patience do not give up at the first sign of difficulty. They understand that persistence ensures they will receive what is meant for them at the right moment. Timing is beyond our control, but preparation is within our power. Many times, what seems like a delay is actually a process of refining, strengthening, and equipping us for what is ahead. Faith without patience leads to impulsive actions and unnecessary frustration. But patience without faith leads to stagnation and passivity. It is the combination of the two that creates momentum, the belief that something great is coming and the endurance to keep going until it arrives. Every major breakthrough, every fulfilled dream, and every great success is the result of faith that refused to give up and patience that endured through the waiting. The reward does not always come immediately, but it always comes at the right time. Those who persist, who trust the process, and who hold on to faith even in the waiting will always see the fulfillment of what they have believed. Faith is a powerful force that has the ability to transform every aspect of life. It is more than just belief. It is a way of thinking, acting, and living. When faith is maximized, it opens the door to possibilities that once seemed out of reach. It changes how we see ourselves, how we respond to challenges, and how we pursue our purpose. Faith does not just influence one area of life, it impacts everything. Our mindset, our decisions, our relationships, and ultimately our destiny. One of the first ways faith transforms life is by changing the way we think. Many people are limited not by their abilities, but by their beliefs. They see obstacles as permanent, setbacks as final, and opportunities as scarce. But when faith is activated, it shifts the mindset from limitations to possibility. Instead of focusing on what is lacking, faith sees what is possible. It replaces fear with confidence, doubt with assurance, and hesitation with boldness. When faith renews the mind, it removes self-imposed barriers and expands the vision for what can be achieved. Faith also transforms actions. It is not enough to believe. Belief must be followed by movement. People who operate in faith take steps toward their goals even when the outcome is uncertain. They do not wait for everything to be perfect before they start. They understand that action combined with faith creates momentum. When faith is maximized, hesitation is replaced with determination, and small steps turn into giant leaps toward breakthrough. Faith-driven action leads to progress, and progress leads to transformation. Beyond personal growth, faith impacts the way we navigate challenges. Life is full of unexpected difficulties, but faith provides the strength to overcome them. Instead of being overwhelmed by adversity, those with strong faith see challenges as opportunities for growth. They understand that every obstacle is a stepping stone to something greater. Faith turns setbacks into lessons, delays into preparation, and failures into stepping stones for success. It fosters resilience and endurance, ensuring that no difficulty is enough to derail the pursuit of purpose. Ultimately, faith has the power to shape destiny. The direction of life is determined by the choices we make, and those choices are influenced by what we believe is possible. When faith is maximized, it leads to bold decisions, courageous action, and unwavering persistence. It turns dreams into realities and aspirations into achievements. Faith does not just transform circumstances, it transforms individuals, equipping them to rise above limitations and step into a future filled with purpose, success, and fulfillment.